everybody. It's Sarah with I Talk to Notebooks, and I am coming in with another video for you guys today, but I am not trying to do journal number 2 in my past journal series. The reason is because I want those to be filmed really well with proper equipment, and my setup is kind of bad right now. I have a phone stand coming in the mail. It'll be here by next week, and I'll resume that. But right now, I'm literally taping my iPhone to the top of the hutch of my desk with blue painter's tape. And I am a cheap person. I bought this blue painter's tape my freshman year of college at the lowest price possible because they said if we taped something to our dorm wall and the paint came off, we would be liable for it. And you know it's college, so they're going to charge you like $500 instead of like $2 because they're just going to gouge you for it. And I wanted to hang up posters, so I got the cheapest blue tape I could find. My posters constantly fell down. If you touch this side, it's not even sticky. So this iPhone could come crashing down at any moment. But that's what I have to work with right now because I don't want to damage my desk. So I've already used about this much trying to position it before I give up on positioning it, because every time I place it, it's in a different place and I can't really see what it's getting. But the last video, part of the journal was cut off, and that was really frustrating, so I'm just going to wait until I have the proper equipment to make my next flip through video. But for now, I want to show you guys what I have planned for April. So I don't know if I told you, but and once again, pardon my nails because, yeah, this is just a recurring theme. I don't know if I told you, but I am trying to do 20 by 2020, which is to fill up 20 notebooks by the year 2020. Not 20 in 1 year. I'm already up to 16, so I just need to do 4 more. So I did crunch the numbers, and I want to do a couple of quick and small ones, so I don't have to stress out as much about meeting that goal. So I'm going to do a traveler's notebook style for April. I'm hoping to finish my, let me grab it real quick. I'm hoping to finish this guy, number 16, by the end of March. I'm a little behind schedule, but I think I'm going to hit it. And so for April, I want to just do this one in 1 month. And this is actually not the one I'm going to be using. So I got, let me show you the one I'm going to use. I got this knockoff traveler's notebook from Michaels as a gift. I had requested it. This is the coral color. They have it in like the journaling aisle at Michaels, I think. And they're $10, and it comes with a craft folder. It comes with this cover with the elastic band. And it comes with 2 inserts that are just this blank white paper. And I had been avoiding using this for a while because the shape is a little unfamiliar to me. I haven't used a journal this shape in a long time, even though my first journal was this shape, if you'll recall from the last video. And also because it just seems really like cold, not that interesting, like flimsy, not that welcoming. And the pages have like a weird like slip to them. Like they're kind of, they feel like they aren't going to absorb ink that well. So that just, I was kind of avoiding it, but I really wanted to try it out because so many people love traveler's notebooks, and someone on Reddit recommended me to use it quickly, especially before I move, which was going to happen this year, because this type of notebook is more easily damaged than a lot of the other ones that I have. So I decided I'm going to do this for April, but I couldn't just do it like this. This is just too bleak and depressing looking. So I decided to spice it up in my own unique way. So what I did was I basically altered, so there's 2 inserts. That was the one I haven't altered yet. This is the one I'm going to show you has been altered. And I've altered composition books before as gifts for other people, and I may do some flip throughs posted on here if you guys are interested in that. But I've never done one for myself because I always thought I'd be too intimidated to like write through a junk journal. But I just did a simple version here. So I wanted to show you guys really quickly like what I've made to do in April. So you open it up. This kind of is a papery texture. It's definitely not leather. It's very, it honestly feels pretty cheap, but that's okay because traveler's notebooks are so expensive, and if they don't work for me, if this doesn't work, then I will be glad I didn't spend the money on that. This is upside down. I need to fix it. But this is the craft folder. You can stick stuff in here if it were right side up. And then I covered this book in contact paper. Well, I'll explain in a minute, but I had a lot of contact paper that I used, so then there was the backing left over, so I used it to store some stickers. Because my mom and I were like cleaning up our craft supplies, and I discovered this sticker collection I forgot I had. And I just love nature stickers and bugs and everything. The older I get, the more I just love nature. Oh my gosh, they're glittery. These are the same glitter bugs that were in my journal that I showed you guys last video. So that's how old these stickers are, and I need to use them because they're amazing. Okay, so I covered this, originally the insert was the brown cardboard you saw before, but I covered it with some pretty paper, reinforced the spine with some white duct tape, and I covered the whole thing in contact paper to protect it a little bit, and I reinforced the cover with, this is coming off, I need to tape it, with chipboard, like plain brown chipboard that I had for bookbinding. And I really wanted it to have like a hardcover stability to it so it'd be easier to write on the go. I don't like writing on softcover books that like flop away. I know some people do, especially Anna from Girl and Quill mentions that it's advantageous because you get bolder ink, which I actually really, really like thick, bold ink lines, but it's too awkward to write on a soft surface. I can't get used to it. So, and also, it's kind of silly, but having a hardcover makes me feel like there's more of a demarcation between like the outside world and the inside of the journal. One of the things that was making me kind of hesitant to use this was it's like it closes, but it doesn't really like close the way that this one does, and it's soft. So it just feels like it's not really, it's just another object in the world rather than being like a separate refuge inside of the notebook. So now that that craziness has been explained, let me just show you what I did. So I had this little mini memo book. I would show you, but it's buried and I don't feel like digging it out. Basically like a little flip book for like $1 from Staples, but I had coffee dyed it a long time ago for a project and never used it. So I ripped out some of the pages and just used washi tape to put it in to just make it look a little more interesting to write on. And then, there's a nature type reserve near my house, and they were selling these old like botany books for like a ridiculously low price, and their gift shop is like super overpriced, so it was really weird to see this sale, but I was like, I've got to get some of these for journaling. So I grabbed these, and now I have like all these black and white nature photos. So cool. So I had to put some of those in. Something fun you can do is take like a super tip marker or a Crayola marker and just color it in over the black and white photos, and it looks really cool, and it's so easy you can't mess it up. It's like those felt boards because the black background just absorbs whatever you miss. Blank. Oh, this is falling apart. I need to like find a better way to reinforce this pocket. I don't know why it came out so badly, but here's a sticker, and then here's a little tag I can write on. These have kind of a weird slip to them too. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to get anything to write on here that would stick, but actually if you use like a Sharpie or even a mild liner, you can really get away with a lot. It won't smear if you give it a couple seconds to dry. And this is a page from one of those botany books again. A little sticker. My mom gave me this. It wasn't originally mine. And, I like to use different paper packs. It's really trendy now at Michael's for their paper packs to have little cards, like journaling cards that you can cut out. And then, guys, listen, you got to get a corner rounder. They're not even that expensive, and they're a total game changer. So you cut out the cards with the normal sharp corners, and you round them, and it looks so much neater and, like, intentional. This one says, "Life is a treasure hunt," which it kind of is. We're all chasing that bread, yo. And there's a pretty sticker. Washi, blank, another one of those pieces of paper. I didn't want to make it too fancy because I didn't want to get cramped either. I want room for like adding more decorations later. But I just wanted it to be like bulky and inviting instead of just that skinny little cold book. Also when I covered it, it like the pages like bulged out past the front here. They were sticking out. So I had to use an X-Acto knife and a metal ruler like this, like these two guys right here, to just kind of, if you're into bookbinding, you know exactly how it's done. I've done it like a bunch of times before with bookbinding. You just have to like, you have to use the ruler to make sure that you get a straight cut. And that's actually how this happened, is I was cutting from the other side and I accidentally sliced the contact paper. And I'm lucky it didn't get worse than that, honestly. But this is the best I've ever done because usually I have a hard time getting lines that are even this straight, and you'll notice they're not that straight. Oh, and obviously the entire book has been coffee dyed. I don't think I mentioned that, but it should be pretty obvious. So here's another blank page, another botany picture. I love this fruit washi tape. It's so cute, but it's also vegetables because there's like a broccoli and an avocado and an eggplant. So it's really cute. I love that. There's a little fuzzy turtle. I just put some stickers here that I liked. I don't know why I like that nail polish so much. It's just really cute. And Piglet. I normally don't like to put in characters, but Pooh is always going to be an exception. Oh, I love typewriters. That's great. Another dimensional sticker. This is definitely going to fall off. I should glue it. I used a foam dot to attach this flower. This is falling off too. I don't know. I think maybe the coffee or the paper or something makes it like impossible to get stuff to stick to it. Because it's really weird. Normally I have better luck with adhesive than I have been in this journal. This was going down the side of the page and then it moved. So now it's here. And I kind of like it. Kind of keep moving along before my phone runs out of memory. Oh, this says, whatever you are, be a good one. I really like this because it's a concept I've stuck with for like a long time, ever since I read Atlas Shrugged, which is by Ayn Rand. Because a lot of people think she just like only values people who are like privileged or like just rich because they're lucky or whatever. But she really doesn't. She really values people who genuinely work hard at whatever they do. She recognizes that there are differing levels of talent and that different people are like attracted to doing different things. And then the first page of her book, she mentions like a bus driver and like that a bus expertly steered. Like she praises the bus driver. And I think a lot of people think people who believe strongly in a meritocracy just think that, you know, minimum wage jobs aren't worth doing. But in Ayn Rand's ideal society, there'll be people who are passionate about every type of job, including driving buses and flipping burgers. And I think that's really a good attitude to have. And it just kind of reminds me that I don't always have to be doing the most prestigious thing or the most, you know, glamorous or lucrative thing, just as long as I'm doing the best that I can at what I'm doing, which I don't always, and that's really bad. So that's a good motivator. Plus it has a map, so like 10 out of 10. Another tag with the pocket that fell off. I don't get it. This washi tape is actually good. It doesn't like not stick to things. So I'm going to have to go back and figure out what to do about that before I start. For some reason, here's what I don't get. This little pencil that just like popped out while my mom and I were cleaning up. I glue sticked it on with like this crappy glue stick and it hasn't budged. I swear this thing is like part of the paper now. I don't know why that's stuck and nothing else will, but whatever. And here's another tag. Bookshelf border. I like laughter. That's going to fall off too. Everything's going to fall. I just need to go back in. I have, oh my gosh, I have to show you guys. I have, can you even see? Like this is literally a gallon of white glue that I've had for like a year. The cap doesn't even go on properly. It hasn't dried out. It's never going to dry out. It's more efficient to buy it in bulk if you're going to use a ton because I was getting smaller ones and I just went through it too quickly because for junk journaling it's just absolutely essential and I was doing a lot back then. So I'm going to have to go back and I think just reinforce everything with white glue because nothing is sticking. So I don't know why. It must be the coffee or the paper or something. Okay, this says vintage, antiques, and collectibles. And I wish it didn't say that, but the fonts are kind of nice. That font is nice and it's shiny, so I won't complain. Blank. This says genuine antique, but I gotta tell you guys a secret. It's not. I just made it. So, the watering can is so cute. I don't know why I love it. I'm so ready for spring. I think that's why. Oh, and here's another pocket falling off. And a tag. I love this color scheme, the pink and teal. That is so nice. Well, actually, this is more of a Robin's Egg blue than a teal, I have to say. Robin's Egg blue used to be one of my favorite colors. Blank pages. This is part of, like, I think somebody gave me flowers, and it came in this, like, cool wrapped thing. So I was like, I'm keeping that. And I hadn't used it yet, but it was time. I mean, it's completely weird, but I love it. And then another tag. This one seems to almost have stuck. Not quite. This one's galaxy themed. I don't know what that is. It's probably a pagan symbol, but if I don't know what it is, it can't hurt me. And I think that is going to be the end. A little tape here. And that's it. And down here, instead of stickers, I put some washi tape so that I don't have to take my big gray journaling container with me if I need washi. I can just have little scraps here. I imagine I'll tear these up into smaller pieces. Okay, well, thank you anyway for tuning in and looking at that with me. I appreciate anybody who watched, anybody who comments, anybody who shares any of their own techniques with me. I really appreciated last time people gave me a lot of cool journaling channels to subscribe to, and I've already subscribed, and there's some great content out there, guys. So, as always, please drop more journaling channels into the comments if you know any, and you guys should all look down there and see who you can find and grow out the community. Thanks for watching. Bye.